Last week, I told you about cream of Earl Grey and how I wasn't really a fan of it, but I am a giant fan of regular Earl Grey. So I thought I would show you what I normally drink when I have Earl Grey, and that is Twinings of London Classic, just Earl Grey tea. This you can buy pretty much anywhere, any grocery store, Shoppers Drug Mart, anything really. You can buy it in pre-bagged like this. You could buy it loose leaf. You can even buy it in the K-cup format. So you can pretty much buy it anywhere, and it's going to be about $8 to $40 depending on how many you buy, what style you buy, that kind of thing. And this is literally just black tea with bergamot flavoring. That is it. If you read the little description that's on here, they've been doing it forever. They've got a perfect recipe, and they don't really deviate from that. You basically put one bag of this into a fully boiled water, steep for about 2 to 5 minutes, and you are free to be. You can put whatever you want in it, sugar, cream, milk, anything. It's got about low to medium caffeine. On the actual box themselves, they have like little tea leaves that will be colored in to show you the caffeine level. And this has 2 out of 5 of the leaves covered in, so it's not really that bad. You can buy a decaf version of this if you choose. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is my favorite Earl Grey tea. So these are the Pilot Parallel Pen. I have 4 of them, all of which are at different sizes. So I have 3.8, a 1.5, a whopping 6 millimeter, and 2.4. So what does that mean? Well, essentially, they're like stub nibs. This one is the 1.5, so it's the smallest one. So instead of a traditional fountain pen nib, you get this steel guy right here, so that when you write, and I'm going to be doing comparisons, so let's slide over here. You can actually see I was writing on the back. You get thick lines instead of short little guys. And you can go all the way up to 6.0. So as you can see, massive, massive lines. So what is the point of something like this? Who would use this? This is predominantly going to be for somebody who wants to get into like Gothic writing, italic writing, cursive, like really fancy cursive writing. It's not for everyday writing. So these pens are 100% plastic, which means that you can eyedropper convert them. So you unscrew the body, which again is solid plastic. Can't really see in there, but you're just going to want to throw a little silicone grease around the threads. It does have this little kind of like semi-circle plastic thing in there. That is Pilot's proprietary feature, if you want to call it that. So you can only use this pen with Pilot converters. You can use really any converter you want. When you buy them in a pack, it does come with this guy here, which is like their Mach Con 20. It will say in the instructions that this is for cleaning purposes only, not to be used as an actual converter. However, I call bull poopy on that one. You can totally use it as a converter. It also comes with this little plastic piece here, so that you can clean in between the tines. So essentially, you're just going to insert. It's really hard to do this through my camera lens. Insert the plastic piece in between the 2 tines so that you can clean out any gunk that could possibly get in there. So that's kind of handy. So really that's it. That's the pen. It's completely plastic. They're sold individually. You can on like Goulet's website, for example, gouletpens.com. You can buy them like as a package set, where you get a discounted price. When you buy them, they will come with black or red cartridges. This one in particular is the black cartridge. You can also buy 12 packs so that you can get multiple different colors. They say that you shouldn't really use any ink in here other than this. Again, I'm going to call bull poopy on that one. I think the reason why they say that is because it is a special formulated ink. Like I said, I've used Emerald of Chivor in my other pen and it was perfectly fine. But the reason why they say that, especially formulated ink, is because with these, if you take 2 pens, open this guy up. I have a red one in that one. But anyways, if you take the 2 pens and you touch the nibs together, the ink from whichever one on top, so like you would hold your pens like this, the ink from this pen would then actually drain into the feed of the other pen. So that way when you write with this one, you would start off with whatever this color was. So let's say there was orange in here and you had green in here. You would start writing and it would come out orange. But as the ink comes through the feed, it'll start to change into green or whichever one you started in here. So you can have transitioning ink colors, which I think is pretty cool. And I will demonstrate that in just a moment. So in this one, I have black ink, and in this one, I have red ink. So if you want to go from red to black, then you would want to put the red on top so that you're putting the red into the black so that the red comes out first and the black comes out second. If you want to go black to red, then you would do the reverse. You would put the black into the red. And I think that's what I'm going to do. So you basically just take your 2 pens and you touch the nibs together. And the longer you leave it here, the more ink is going to flow. So the longer I leave this green on the yellow, the longer it will take for the red to come out. Black ink. So you can see I only really did a couple seconds, but it is still solidly black ink. You can see it's starting to turn into red now. This isn't actually skipping, by the way. It's because it is so flat. If you don't hold it a certain way, it won't catch on the paper. So I think you guys get the idea. There's still a little bit of black inside, but it certainly went from black ink. And you can see around the end of the word like and please too, but definitely the farther down you go, the more red you see. And like, I mean, you saw I only held that for a few seconds, and look at how long it still took until I started getting back into red. So it's really cool. It's going to give you really cool effects, especially if you want to like play around with the different colors that it actually gives you. That's pretty sick. Just a side note as well, friends, you cannot post these. They will completely fall off because this narrows so much towards the end, and the lid is one complete size. No posting. These are super, super long pens. You're not going to post them. They're extraordinarily light because they're solid plastic. If you buy these individually, because the pens are sold by themselves, then you're going to find them anywhere between $10 to $13 for both Canada and the US. Like I said, GhouliPens.com does a deal where you can get all 4 of these pens plus a pack of ink for $32 US. And if you want to buy just this alone, just the ink alone, is $3.90. At the end of the day, I like them. I use them mainly just to play because I have no talent whatsoever when it comes to anything fancy. But this is my review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If I get these out of the way. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. New videos every Monday and Fridays. Why Mondays and Fridays? Well, because Mondays suck, so these pick you up, and Fridays are awesome, and I want to party with you into the weekend. Cheers.